This chart tracks the projected global cost of managing chronic diseases. By 2030, that number is expected to hit $47 trillion. Modern medicine excels at acute trauma, but it struggles with long-term conditions. The standard approach relies on prescribing a pill to suppress inflammation, leaving the underlying damage to continue spreading. This clinical blind spot is why practitioners are turning to functional medicine. Instead of matching a steam to a disease and prescribing a drug, this approach maps the body's biological systems to locate where the physiological dysfunction began. When you trace chronic physical and mental decline back to their origins, you find a condition called inflammaging, a constant, low-grade inflammatory state that degrades your cells over decades. Reversing that decline requires a food-first clinical protocol. The nutrients you consume act as chemical signals that change gene expression, shutting down inflammation closer to the source than reactive pharmaceuticals ever can. We can see this biological signaling in the traditional Japanese diet. This is a clinically proven, real-world application of functional medicine. But the longevity benefits require more than generic sushi rolls. They depend on strict adherence to a highly specific set of nutrient-dense staples. To use this protocol as a true biological reset, you have to temporarily eliminate the absolute foundation of Japanese cuisine. For 10 days, you must remove white rice from your diet. In Japan, rice is the default setting for almost every meal. Asking someone to give up their daily onigiri requires them to abandon a core part of their culinary identity. Breaking this specific carbohydrate dependence is mandatory. It is the necessary first step to halting blood sugar spikes and triggering a systemic cellular reset. The physiological justification for the 10-day ban is straightforward. High-glycemic grains like white rice cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, fueling the exact chronic inflammatory pathways that accelerate aging. To replace those missing carbohydrates, the protocol relies on blue fish, specifically mackerel, sardines, and sori. These fish are dense with omega-3 fatty acids that perform upstream signal modulation. Clinicians use them as an interception point to shut down inflammatory signals at their source. Targeting the root cause triggers a repair cycle for cellular damage, providing resolution treatments cannot match. Swapping rice for bluefish is not a weight loss tactic. It is a targeted biochemical intervention designed to dismantle the body's internal inflammation factories. Functional medicine also tracks the gut-brain axis, the direct biochemical link between your intestinal tract and your central nervous system. Highly processed modern diets eradicate the diverse bacteria needed to maintain that connection. To rebuild it, the traditional Japanese protocol uses fermented foods. Items like natto, miso, and traditional unsweetened pickles act as clinical-grade probiotics. Repairing the gut flora produces measurable neurological outcomes. Patients report improved sleep architecture, stabilized moods, and optimized cognitive function. Because the nervous system and the microbiome are so deeply intertwined, healing the intestinal tract with fermented Japanese foods is functionally equivalent to treating the brain. Even in modern Japan, a critical vulnerability has emerged, a severe drop in the intake of essential minerals and dietary fiber. The functional solution is to integrate traditional seaweeds like wakame, kelp, and mozoku, and specific vegetables to provide missing iodine, magnesium, and phytonutrients. These nutrients act as biological signals that interact directly with your DNA. The chemical environment created by your food choices dictates whether your youth genes or your aging genes are expressed. This diagram maps the rice-free protocol. In the detox phase, days 3 to 10, inflammation drops, water sheds, and blood sugar stabilizes. Between 1 and 3 months, a cellular reset shifts gene expression to a youthful profile and upgrades immunity. Functional medicine proves that aging and chronic disease are not an inevitable downward spiral. They are manageable physiological dysfunctions. By adopting the right chemical inputs, you can reclaim control of your biological clock. The journey begins with the 10-day, rice-free Japanese functional reset.